Now let's move on to the next slide. Business strategy means choosing the best option to achieve the target after various analysis, like the subway case. So business strategy building is not very difficult ones. In our thinking process, we naturally take some steps to draw the best conclusion, like the subway case. So business strategy is quite similar and simple and interesting and easy things to build the strategy to build, like the subway case. By definition, I would like to emphasize that the building business strategy means choosing the best option, right? Finally, we choose the best option in number 5, in step 5. What's the purpose of setting the business strategy? That is to achieve the targets set in step number 2, to achieve the targets. But business strategy comes up after various analysis, like we have done in step number 4, through various analysis. So building the business strategy is not based on the intuitive thinking. Building business strategy is through the strategic thinkings. And in the strategic thinking process, the two of the most important functions are, one is understanding the current circumstances, and the other is to achieve the targets. So business strategy is to achieve some targets, but it depends on the target level we set, and then the current performance or current circumstances level of today. So this is the similar or the same step we take in building the business strategy. Step number 1 to 5 is quite similar to the subway case, right? So the step number 1 is under the current circumstances. So for example, as of the end of June 2020, my sales are 30 billion won, and the target achievement rate is only 30%. In the subway case, okay, I wake up early in the morning, and then if I see my watch, it's 8:15, and then I make a quick judgment that I may be late. I may be late to school. In building the business strategy, it's the same. As of the end of the June 2020, that means I spent 6 months and my sales volumes are 30 billion won. That's my current performance level. But considering that the target is 100 billion won, my target achievement rate is only 30%. And step number 2 is considering the targets. Okay, my sales target of this year is 100 billion won. And to achieve my sales target of this year, I need to make 70 billion won in sales for the remaining months, right? So if my sales as of June 2020 is 70 billion won, and if the target achievement rate is 70%, my strategy to achieve the target of 100 billion might be totally different from this case of current sales at 30 billion won. Okay. Also, at the same time, even though my sales level at this point is identical, 30 billion won, if the target is only 50 billion, my target achievement is already 60%. In that case, my business strategy might be different from this case, which is that target is 100 billion and my target achievement rate is only 30%. So business strategy is a function of my current state of the performance, and also at the same time dependent on the target level. And then step number 3, consider various options. In the subway case, the options might be taxi, bus, subway, driving my own car. But in the business strategy, this is an example, right? Out of the business portfolio candidates, which business sector do I increase my investment or not? As I have illustrated in the first class of business building course, there is a case that the rebalancing the business portfolios, right? So I want to invest or divest. I want to increase my investment or decrease my investment in a lot of business portfolio candidates, and I have to decide which one to which one I will increase my investment or to which one I will decrease my investment. And in order to decide which one is the best one, that is building the business strategy, right? There might be a lot of different options to consider, whether I focus on new customer creation or existing customer management. That's a totally different option, right? It's a me-see between creating new customers and then managing existing customers. And also selling the existing product more or developing new product. Those are two different approaches. There might be a lot of different options I may consider, as long as those options are given according to the me-see or the issue trees. So me-see and issue trees are very powerful tool in considering various options in step number 3 in building the business strategies. And in the later classes, I will revisit me-see and the logic trees in building the business strategies. And then step number 4, conduct various analysis. So in the previous case of the subway case, the first analysis is about surrounding environment. So I can change it to the industry analysis. So industry where I do the business or where I am supposed to invest. And that's the industry, external factors, and something like that. So for example, I'm looking at travel business, whether I will increase or decrease my investment. And if I analyze the industry of the travel business is growing rapidly due to the increase of the per capita income and increase of one person household. That means solo economy. So in the past, the average size of the household was 4 persons, uh, 4 persons in one single household. But nowadays, there's a mega trend to change the size of the household to 1 person household, and we call it solo economy. So in that case, the attractiveness of any single business might be different according to the changes of industries. So according to the industry analysis, if the travel business is growing rapidly due to some reasons, and that really affects to the conclusion or the options or the business strategies of ourselves. And then, if according to the analysis of the competitors is the same as the Subway case, if you look at the competitors, big players want to still sell packaged tour products. Packaged tour products means a lot of people join the group tour as a group, and they go to the tour spots as a group in a set travel route, and that is different from the self-guided tour. In self-guided tour, and there is no predetermined tour course, and you don't have to be a part of the tour groups. You can simply go to any place you want, and you are the guide of your tour, or you will get very little help from the local guide there. So big players want to still sell packaged tour products as always, as before, and that's the steady seller of the industry. And the companies selling the self-guided tour are small players in the business in this industry. That's according to my analysis of the competitors. Okay? Those analysis about the competitors affect on choosing the best option of business strategies. Now I conduct the third analysis about customers. Customers want to search and buy the customized, unique tour products through online channels. Customers want to choose their tour guide by themselves before buying the products in their home country. So there's a dramatic changes in the needs and wants of the customers in the travel business market. According to my analysis about the customers, customers do not like packaged tour products. Instead, they want their own customized tour products, and they want unique tour products. And they do not want to buy the tour products through the traditional offline agency channels. They want to search and buy the product through online channels very easily and very conveniently. They want to buy the products on through the mobile channels. And customers want to choose their tour guide by themselves. That means they like self-guided tour. And also, if they need any local guide's help, any help from the local guide, they want to choose the local guide even before going to the destination. So they want to review a lot of tour guide candidates, and then they want to decide their candidate before departing to the tour place. In the past, the travel agency in the overseas places, they decided who will guide their customers, and then customers did not have any choice of choosing their tour guide. So that's the dramatic changes in the needs and wants of the customers. I don't know whether this is true or not. This is some simple example of the result of the analysis about the customers. But my whole point is that before choosing the best option, we have to conduct some analysis in those 4 areas: about industry, about competitors, about customers, and finally core competencies of my company. In the Subway case, I said that we have to do some research about myself, right? So in building the business strategy, it's similar to know about your core competencies. That means your strengths and weaknesses compared to the competitors before building the best option of your business strategies. So in this case, our company has extensive network with the overseas tour guides, and core customers of our company are in their 20s and 30s. So that might be the core competency or strengths of our companies. Our company has a lot of extensive network with the overseas tour guides, and the core customers of our company are in their 20s and 30s. The implication of this analysis is that 20s and 30s are using and preferring online channels, maybe the mobile channels, to buy the products. And also they want to choose their tour guides before going to the tour site. And our company has strengths in attacking and to satisfying the customer's needs. So in step 5, choosing the best option, we may increase market share of our company in tour business from 15 to 25% by 10% point in 3 years. Okay, so that means tour business is quite attractive to us. So out of a lot of business portfolio candidates, we can simply invest more in tour businesses and decrease investment of our resources to other business sectors. How do we develop? How do we increase our investment more and increase our market share in tour business more? Okay, first thing we will consider as a strategy is developing unique self-guided tour products. Why? Because that's a mega trend, or that's a dramatic changes of the customer needs, especially the customers in their 20s and 30s. And those are also our core customers. And we have core competencies to serve our core customers well, better than any other competitor of us. So one of the business strategy we developed is that we want to develop a new tour product, which is unique self-guided tour products. And also, in terms of the pricing strategy, we want to set the suggested customer price higher than the competitors, because once we present a very competitive new product to our core customers, they are not quite sensitive to the prices. So we may have some rooms to set our customer price higher than the competitors. And also, finally, in terms of the channel strategy, we sell only through online platforms. Why? Because our core customers in their 20s and 30s prefer to buy the products through online. So by choosing this business strategy of developing unique self-guided tour products, set the suggested customer price higher than the competitors, and sell our products through only online platform, we may differentiate ourselves from competitors who are still selling the packaged tour products and in the travel business. Okay, so according to the analysis, travel business is still attractive, it's growing, and it's a good business, but still big players are not well prepared to the changes, and the customers' needs and wants have already dramatically changed, but big players are not ready to satisfy such dramatic changes of the customers' needs and wants. And self-guided tour, the companies selling self-guided tours are small players, and they are not the big players. So this fact may provide some business opportunities to the company like ourselves, who has a unique, who has the core competency in serving those young customers, and then with extensive network with the overseas tour guides. Okay, this is simple example of building the business strategies. So building the business strategy is not that difficult. The logical process of thinking is quite similar to the survey case. So I simply create and develop and presented 5 easy step process in business building.